André is one of the world's leading experts on voting behavior, and his many accomplishments include publishing dozens of books and scientific articles, including in all of the top journals in political science. He is also well known as a leading supervisor and mentor in the field.
That there is no clear consensus about exactly what a good electoral outcome is in democracy. That being said, there are some differences, interesting differences, and the major pattern is that it seems that outcomes in which there is a majority government with strong electoral support, but not too many parties, are deemed to be the most democratic. This means that there is no clear adhesion to PR or to the majoritarian vision, in the sense that the Gallagher index variable is not significant, so that results that are could be perceived to be unfair are not deemed to be necessarily not bad for democracy. It's really what really matters is that having a majority government, strong electoral support, but not too many parties. At the same time, such an outcome is much less likely to occur under single majority system. For the simple reason that usually in those systems, you rarely have parties that have more than 40% of the votes, and that party will usually govern alone, most of the time majority, sometimes minority. So even though there is no clear support for the PR vision, indirectly, at the same time, I think it should be mentioned that the countries where there is another system, that I'm thinking about Britain and France in particular, are not deemed to be among the most democratic. That's pretty clear. Finally, very little differences across countries. And that's a result that I found quite surprising, I guess, in a way, that respondents from the Netherlands didn't react differently from respondents from France or Britain. So that's quite interesting and intriguing.
I thought the result of your study very insightful, particularly the finding that citizens place more weight on government composition and prefer a small number of parties in the government. However, this result appear more descriptive because they describe reality but do not explain why these preferences exist. Do you have an explanation regarding why you think citizens prioritize the composition of government over the parliament?
And about the place of the relative importance of government versus parliament, I'm not sure that this is related to values or principles. My hunch is that this is also recognition that the decisions that made at the executive level, that governments matter more than parliament. So I'm not convinced that this is related to values, but for the importance or I guess the aversion to the number of parties in government, then this could be related to relative importance that one attached to efficiency versus representation, for instance. And that would be the next step in the analysis, would be to measure people's attitudes and see how they are related to their reactions.